One of the most difficult things to deal with in Deadside is fighting a fully geared squad as a solo player. They have almost every advantage over the solo, from damage, positioning, respawns, but there's nothing more fun, at least for me, than destroying fully geared teams. So, in this video, I'm going to teach you some strats and break down some of my fights so that you can start maybe wiping some squads on your own. So, before we even get into the actual strategies, we have to talk about some mental ones. See, fighting squads in Deadside is extremely difficult as a solo player, so you need to understand that the vast majority of the time, you're gonna lose the fight if you're outnumbered. It doesn't matter how good you are at the game, all it takes is some dude who you didn't know about to click on you with a 50 cal out of nowhere. So, don't get discouraged. You're gonna die to squads a lot, it happens to everybody, myself included. Just keep trying. It's all worth it for that one magical moment where you finally manage to win that crazy fight. Alright, so if you're ready for this challenge, let's start talking about strats. The first and by far most important strategy for solo players is stealth. One of the very few advantages that solo players have over squads is that it's much easier to stay sneaky. You can stick to bushes, trees, or maneuver in a way so that the other squad doesn't spot you. If the squad you're trying to kill is at a mission, then try your hardest not to get spotted by bots. You could even bring a suppressed pistol to quietly drop AI if you absolutely need to. But having the element of surprise on a squad is absolutely paramount. It's very important as a solo to get both the first shot and the first kill in the fight. So having the element of surprise by being sneaky makes this much easier. Every other strategy we're going to talk about in this video is much easier to employ if the squad never knows you're there until it's too late. So be patient, sneak around the squad for a bit, and strike when the time is right. Our second most important strat is splitting the squad up. See, what makes fighting squads fundamentally so difficult is that they simply have a damage and health advantage. Let's say you're fighting a 3-man team. It takes you 3 times longer to win that fight, and for them, it's 3 times quicker, comparatively. You can't just W-key a squad and start spraying at them. It's a simple numbers game, you're gonna die very quickly. So, it's important then to try to mitigate that numbers advantage as much as you can. And we do this by splitting the squad up. If you're able to, wait until the squad has separated a bit before even trying to fight them. From there, it's much easier to pick them off one by one. If you know the squad is grouped up together, maybe you hear a bunch of their footsteps outside, you're probably going to need to just reposition and not take the fight at all. Repositioning and staying on the move can also force the squad to split up and search for you. If you stay in one spot for too long, it's very easy for the squad to group up and basically zerg you to death. And that leads us into our third strat, which is positioning. The position you are in when the fight starts is extremely important. You need to be in an area with lots of cover and lots of ways to move around. If a squad is able to lock you down into an area, you will almost always die. For example, let's take Northeast Military Base. If you know there's a squad in that area, the last thing you want to do is sit inside of one of these hangars. There's only 2 entrances, so it's very easy for the squad just to pin you in there. A much better position would be around these 2 areas, as they have lots of cover and many ways to reposition. So basically, don't even take a fight with the squad unless you know you're actually in a decent position to win. Alright, let's say you've followed all of these 3 strats perfectly up until this point. You've found the squad, you're sneakily trailing them a bit until they split up, you're in a good position, you've been waiting patiently, thinking carefully, and setting yourself up for the perfect strike. Well, this is the part where you throw all of that patience out the window. In the words of one of the greats,
speed! Momentum!
This is the part of the process where you actually fight and kill the squad. You're going to want to kill at least one squad member immediately and then quickly reposition. After that, there's really not much else I can say that will help you. It just comes down to your skill and experience in PvP at that point, and being able to adapt to the situation as it changes. I do know though that you need to be very quick. You can't take your time against squads. You have to keep the pressure up and kill them all very quickly, especially if you even want a chance to loot them. As soon as you kill that first squad member, they will instantly respawn in a town nearby and begin running back. This will take 5 minutes at the most, usually it's a bit quicker. So you're gonna need to wipe that entire squad before that first squad mate gets back to their body. If that first guy gets back to his body, you're pretty much screwed, since then the whole team will most likely be able to periodically run back over and over and over again. Your element of surprise is going to be gone, and the squad will most likely win just through straight up attrition. If you do manage to kill them all, loot them in order that you killed them in. That way it's much harder for them to run back to their bodies. You need to loot very quickly too. Don't spend more than 20 to 30 seconds on a body. After your inventory starts to fill up, just leave. There's no reason to stick around. They're probably going to have a decent amount of loot. If you're looting this quickly, you're probably going to end up leaving some valuable stuff on the body, and that's okay. It's more important that you get some loot than none. It's very easy to die looting a body if you're not paying attention. So, after your inventory fills up, just leave. There's no reason to stick around. The squad or someone else will eventually come kill you. Just take the W and escape with it. So, to summarize all of our strats, we have first, stealth. 2, split up the squad. 3, get into position. 4, violence, speed, momentum. And 5, loot and scoot. If you can follow all of these strats, with a bit of luck and practice, you should be able to wipe a squad. There really is a lot more nuance to it though. So what I'm going to do next is break down some squad fights that I recently had on stream, talk about what I did right, talk about what I did wrong, and that should give you a better idea what actually using these strats looks like in practice. Okay, so for this first clip, I am running to a convoy. The convoy boss just died, and I heard a 50 cal kill the convoy. Now, whenever I hear a 50 cal at a convoy, I'm pretty much already expecting it to be a squad. So what I'm doing here is I'm sticking to the bushes, sticking to the trees, making sure I'm staying out of sight. I know there's a lot of people around and there's probably a squad with a 50 cal. Any small tiny mistake will instantly be punished. You'll see me here sticking by this base, peeking out, trying to get some information, and I end up getting behind them. When I get behind them like this, it is huge. I'm able to just sit there and basically watch and wait. Even though there's not much cover around, they would see me immediately if they turned around. But they are very tunnel visioned into whatever they're looking at. So I'm taking this time to look at their gear, see which one's going to be easy to kill, which ones do I need to look out for. And I'm noticing the two guys that I did see split up. I go for the one that I can track, I try to get as close as possible, and I want to immediately hit him with the Mosin and follow up with the AK because that'll kill him the fastest. So here we go. Okay, I hit the first Mosin shot, follow with the AK. As soon as that first guy dies, you're on the clock, and I know it. So I instantly start W-keying the other guy. He's in these bushes somewhere, which is perfect for me because he has no sightline on his teammate or me. So I run to where I think his teammate's going to be in. So running into these bushes, I see somebody down by the beach. So I run up to this tree to get cover, and I see somebody even closer. So my priority is on the guy closer, spray him down in the bush. I push up to the second guy. He never sees me, he gets sprayed down too. And that's a squad wipe. So if they had been more attentive, if they were looking in the right direction, they were looking for me, they just didn't see me because I stuck to those trees. They might have easily killed me, but that's kind of what I meant by after you kill that first guy, what you do next is kind of up to, well, your personal skill and how you're able to play, and there's a lot of luck involved. But hey, there it is. So I quickly loot everything, and I leave. I don't stick around. And I think that's probably the cleanest squad wipe I have ever done. That is the best example I think I have for this video. I was patient, I waited there, I picked them off one by one, I stuck to cover, I had lots of ways to move. Let's look at an example where I didn't do as well. I still get a squad wipe, but I make one major mistake that's gonna bite me in the ass. So, here we are at the Factory Kimash Harbor area. There's a hard mission going on, and I want to go do the hard mission. I don't have any gear at all. And I think this is a good example because it shows you really don't need very much gear to wipe a squad. I know there's people here. I hear them walking around above me. I try to VoIP to them to be friendly. And there it is. There's the one tap to the legs. This is a very good area to fight squads in too because there's so much cover and so many hallways to run in. So I kill that one guy. I know there's more around. I push upstairs, kill his teammate. Always assume there's more people. Fall back, heal up. I'm assuming there's a third at this point. And I believe I even find a dead body laying around. The thing about the Factory Harbor area is the respawns are pretty far away, so you have a little bit more time compared to, I don't know, fighting somewhere like Gorky, right? So I can take my time a little bit more, and I'm going to need that time because there's a lot of areas to clear. We're going to skip forward here a little bit. There we go. There was the third guy. So, at this point, I have completely wiped the 3-man team. I've done it quick enough that I'm confident there's no fresh spawns nearby to grab a gun or anything. There could be somebody else around, which of course you still have to be worried about. But at this point, I know I'm clear. And the mistake I make here is I don't leave. I stick around to try to finish the hard mission to get that reward, and I really shouldn't have. And this is what I was talking about earlier about once you kill the squad, take your stuff, take your W, and go. There's no reason to stick around and get greedy. That squad is going to want you dead. They're going to just keep respawning over and over and over again. At a mission like this, at these hard missions, there's a bunch of guns on the ground, like 590s, Mosins just laying around for them to grab. It doesn't matter how good you are, a 3-man team running back over and over and over again, they're gonna get you eventually. Even if you do have the best gear in the game, it really just doesn't matter after a bit. And I do end up killing them a few more times as they're trying to grub me, but eventually, like I said, they're gonna win on just straight up attrition, and they do. I think I take a 590 to the face, I end up running down a hallway. Yeah, I eat a 590. So, after you kill a squad, you really gotta get out of there. It doesn't matter what loot is laying around, what mission is still there, you just gotta get moving. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that this is useful. I was kind of, not sure if I should make this video because I don't really know how helpful it is. A couple guys in my Discord said they would actually like this sort of video to be out there so they can reference it because they have some trouble playing solo against squads. So anyways, let me know what kind of video you guys want to see next in the comments. If you can't already tell, I'm kind of running dry on ideas, waiting for this next update a little bit. I'm thinking of doing a new bullet drop video, maybe. I'm going to be making new bullet drop graphs and stuff anyways for the wiki that I'm working on, so I'll probably just keep it like that. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, and hey, keep your eyes out for a big event we're going to be doing soon. It's going to be pretty cool. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe, hit the funny bell, do all that garbage. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.